What's going on, guys? What's going on? JayeDeBlack here. Salute to everybody that is checking in to the video today. I'm going to talk about Claressa Shields making a fool of herself once again. Now, I'm not one of these people who have kept up with Claressa Shields and her shenanigans constantly. I made a video about her maybe, a month or so ago. But other than that, I don't really keep up with a lot of the drama she continues to get herself into. Well, she really got into it in this situation because apparently she was at an MVP event, which is a promotion that's ran by Jake Paul. And she confronted Alycia Baumgardner. And she proceeded to put her hands on Alycia. They're saying she slapped her. It looked more like a tap than a slap. Maybe I saw something different. But when she hit her, she backed up. You know what I'm saying? It's different if you hit somebody and you just stand there, wanting the smoke. But she didn't want the smoke after that. She was kind of backing off because she realized that girl probably, she's a boxer too. And, she would have put hands on her. But in any case, she's bragging about this on social media. And Alycia is looking to press charges on her. Now, I don't know what it is with you heifers like Claressa Shields who think that because somebody says something that you don't like, that you can put your hands on them. That's heifer logic. Heifer logic is when they get upset with you, they think they can put their hands on you. Even though there are real world consequences of putting your hands on people. Unless somebody puts their hands on you first, you don't have the right. I don't care how mad you get. You don't have the right to put your hands on people. Okay? And you wonder why you get cooked on social media all the time? This is why you get cooked, Claressa, because you can't maintain your emotions. You challenge people to fights, right? You want to pay, haters online to fight you. I would not be shocked if she's jealous of Alycia. Now, Alycia has said things about her. A lot of people say things about her, but it doesn't give her the right to go and put hands on them because Alycia didn't put hands on her. I don't care what she said. You still don't have the right to put your hands on them. Now you've been banned by MVP. And also Alycia apparently is looking to press charges. Now, this is one of the things I think that Alycia is going for. I think she's probably going to look for some type of restraining order that's going to keep Alicia's going to keep Claressa from being at any event that she's at. So MVP's already banned her, right? But any other boxing event that Alicia's at, she may look to try to get some sort of restraining order that will keep Claressa from being at those events as well. Now, that could be what she's looking into. So let's get into this article here from Complex. Claressa is no stranger to controversy, but her latest clash may have cost her access to one of boxing's fastest growing promotional brands. On Monday, May 18th, MVP Promotions announced that Shields has been banned from all future MVP events following a physical altercation with fellow boxer Alycia Baumgardner. According to ESPN, the confrontation started with a verbal exchange between the two fighters before Shields appeared to slap Baumgardner's hand away inside a private VIP section. MVP responded swiftly, releasing a statement saying, effective immediately, Claressa Shields is banned from all MVP events until further notice. People were saying, this could be promo for a future fight. But both of these two are in different weight classes. So I don't know about that, but money talks. And, down the road, this could be used to promote an event. Now, I don't know how that's going to work because Claressa Shields has said things about Jake Paul. She doesn't like Jake Paul. But if she plans on fighting, if Claressa ever considers to herself to fight Alycia Baumgardner, it's going to be on MVP's terms. It's not going to be on her terms. So I don't know how that works, but again, you can't be putting your hands on people. And then you're posting clips on it on YouTube, bragging about it. The promotion added that while fighter rivalries are common in combat sports, to physically attack a fellow athlete while there as a guest inside a private VIP area is unacceptable. The incident adds another layer to a rivalry that has been simmering publicly for years. Shields and Baumgardner have repeatedly traded shots online over legacy, pay, accomplishments, and pound-for-pound rankings in women's boxing. Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and undisputed champion in multiple divisions, has often positioned herself as the face of the sport's modern era. Now, this right here is a statement from MVP. Let me read this real quick. MVP Promotions aware of the incident during MVP's Ronda Rousey Gina Carano event on Saturday night involving physical contact by Claressa Shields towards Alycia Baumgardner. MVP maintains a strict zero tolerance policy for hostile, threatening, or aggressive behavior towards fighters, staff, media, or guests at any of our events. Physical altercations outside the ring or cage are unacceptable in any MVP environment. MVP does not condone, tolerate, or accept Claressa Shields' behavior in that setting, and it reflects poorly on MVP in women's sports, which we have worked tirelessly to uplift. Effective immediately, Claressa Shields is banned from all MVP events until further notice. There is a time and a place for fighter tensions and banter, but to physically attack a fellow athlete while there as a guest inside a private VIP area is unacceptable. MVP would like to thank the venue security for their swift response to address and de-escalating the situation, and appreciate Alycia Baumgardner for not retaliating further and amplifying the situation. We remain committed to maintaining a safe, respectful, and professional environment for all participants and attendees at our events, and will continue to enforce these standards without exception. Well, the problem is, again, is that I think this has something to do with a little bit of jealousy. Listen, man, Alicia's very well liked. I like Alycia. I think she has a cool personality. She seems like a real down-to-earth person. And the looks, right? She's not hard to look at all. She's not difficult to look at. And the fact that she's well liked, you know, she just recently did a stream with DDG, and, you know, Claressa Shields is out here just being kind of dusty, right? Trying to do her best Remy Ma cosplay. And that is what I think led up to things like this, because Claressa, like, did you go there just so you can confront Alycia? Because that's what it looks like. This is an MVP event, and I don't think she likes Jake Paul. So why are you at one of his events? I hadn't really seen her at one of his events, you know, before. So why were you there? Were you there for a specific reason? Were you determined to go confront her? Because that's my problem with women like Claressa. They play the victim when they're an antagonizer. She clearly has issues, and she always has, right? She's in a relationship with a legally married man who I think still may want to be with Remy Ma. And you're at this event starting stuff when you should be focusing on what you got going on, right? But you're there because you want to go confront somebody. You want to prove that you will pull up on these girls. Like, come on, man. She, you know, and the thing is this: when you're in a professional environment, be professional. It's different if Alycia got in her face and in front of her, which I don't think she did. We know Claressa cannot control herself. Now, Alycia is apparently filing charges. Let's see if I can find where. Let me see. Go to her social. Hold on. But Alycia posted this. Let me get on the screen. She posted this to her Instagram. There's no comments. The comment section is off. So she decided to put up this post as of 16 hours ago. The post says, "When your purpose is to elevate, there will always be people who attempt to pull you down to the level from which they operate. The situation that occurred on Saturday was unprovoked and entirely consistent with the individual involved. While attending MVP Promotions' inaugural MMA event as a guest, I was physically assaulted without provocation. This behavior follows a continued pattern from someone who has publicly celebrated other fighters' brain injuries, initiated one-sided altercations at press conferences, and consistently displayed hostility towards other women. That conduct is unacceptable and should not be tolerated in any professional sport. This behavior reflects on a repeated pattern of hostility, chaos, and attention-seeking conduct that continues to embarrass women's sports. This situation has been and will continue to be handled legally and professionally. My focus remains far beyond individuals who lack discipline, professionalism, and self-control inside or outside the ring. I have spent my career representing myself, my family, in the sport of boxing with class, integrity, and respect. I will continue to do so. I want to congratulate MVP Promotions and Netflix on an event that continues to raise the ceiling for women's combat sports. And I look forward to continuing to be a positive force in the evolution of the sport. Now, that is what she had to say. And this is why, again, Alycia is I feel like is a better person than Claressa. I don't want to have to say that, but she came off better in this situation than Claressa did. Claressa went there with the intent to, I believe, provoke an altercation so she could do something. You would think Claressa would be a happier person. You know, she has found success, right? You know, she's dating a married man, and you would think that at this point, a married man that she wants to be with, right, that she would be at a happier place she is. She's very miserable because every time she gets online, people make fun of her. She doesn't like that. And there's really nothing she can do. She can get online, she can talk crazy, but you can't fight trolls. And people are just going, the trolling is only going to intensify because she thinks she was justified in what she did. And you wonder why people call melanated women violent. You are a stereotype. And you know who did that, Claressa? You did. You did that. This wasn't an attempt to promote a fight. Alycia has no intention on fighting her. No intention at all. So why even do this? MVP is not going to work with you on a boxing event. They don't have to. And she went there and made a fool of herself, and she thinks that that's funny. She thinks that she accomplished something by going there and making a fool of herself. All you did was make Alycia look better, even though she's already looking better. But yeah, she made herself look bad. She really did. Like, she really thought she did something. You did nothing. The jealousy is real. She has to see Alycia over there streaming with DDG, right? She gets a lot of praise and a lot of support out there, and that irks you because you think that because you done linked up with a married papoose that people supposed to be showering you with praise and love. And, you know, maybe there was a time they could, but you're in your villain arc now. And you have to accept it and embrace it because this is what you did to yourself. You did this to yourself. You created this, whatever's going on with you now. All right. And again, this is my opinion. I don't know what Alycia is thinking, but you know, Alycia could pursue some type of, now again, I could be totally wrong. Y'all could school me in the comment section. Can this legally be done? Can somebody put a restraining order on you to where if they're at an event, the person that you put the restraining order on, they can't come to that event, right? She already can't come to MVP. We know that Alycia goes to other boxing events. Could it be that? I just think that, you know, she's out there making black women look bad. She really is. Not only with her behavior and her constantly being, you know, feeding the trolls, but she's in a whole relationship with a legally married man, and she doesn't seem to think that's a problem. So let me know what's in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, like the video, share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all take care.